My name is Sarah Blake, and for 6 years I've woven a life with Nolan in Seattle, Washington. Lunches packed for our children, Ethan, Liam, and Emma, his blueprint spread across the dining table, his architectural pitches humming through supper. It's a calm rhythm, steady as the city's fog, woven with school pickups, violin lessons, and soccer drills. 7 months ago, a whisper broke the quiet. Our neighbor, Vera, her voice slicing through the garden gate, began murmuring. She'd stand there, eyes sharp, claiming Nolan's car lingered downtown, his smile too bright for client meetings. I brushed it aside. Vera, solitary with her lavender, spun stories like mist, envious of our family's harmony. Nolan was steady helping Ethan with math, sketching with Liam, cheering Emma's recitals. Yet a month ago, her words grew pointed, piercing. She swore she'd seen him at a teahouse near the waterfront, with a woman, their laughter spilling over chamomile. I dismissed it, her jealousy as worn as her porch boards, but it clung, a note off-key. I noticed Nolan's phone, once left on counters, now tethered to him, chiming after dusk. Then it caught me, an art exhibit ticket in his briefcase, dated last Wednesday when he'd mentioned a late site survey. I don't chase abstract galleries, but there it was, 2 entries, not one. My hands didn't shake. The ticket slid into my wallet, a quiet guest, as I set out tacos, watching him eat, his tails crisp, his grin too polished. Another evening, sorting his pens, a fountain pen rolled from his satchel, silver, etched with MT, not mine, not his. I held it in the dim study breath even. It joined the ticket, a weight beside my keys. Vera found me pruning lilacs, voice hushed. She'd seen that teahouse woman with a pen like it. I nodded, her tales too vivid, but a shadow stirred. His bank app, checked at midnight, showed charges to an unfamiliar gift shop, too regular for work. My heart didn't race, it sank, slow, deliberate. Lasagna baked, Emma's choice as he ate, gaze slipping, phone silent, unusual. Vera's murmurs weren't evidence, but the ticket, the pen, they were solid, pulling me somewhere. I wasn't furious. I was alert, a melody forming I couldn't silence. Shocking discovery. What's lurking in his briefcase? Sarah's search begins. The ticket hummed, the MT initials a riddle drawing me deeper. Morning rose, Nolan sipping coffee, muttering about a deadline, keys clinking, phone vanishing with him. Cereal bowls rang for Ethan, Liam, Emma, their chatter light as I walked them to school, my gallery office waiting with schedules, my hands steady through exhibit plans. The ticket pressed in my wallet, an exhibit I'd never attend, the pen beside it, silver, foreign. The teahouse lingered, Vera's words of laughter, a woman, his ease. No panic surged, just a calm urge to see sharper. Asking Nolan would yield half-truths, eyes averted, I'd lose my tune. I'd find it myself, like arranging displays, the kids' routines, every misstep noted. On my break, I checked our bank, $1.45 at a stationery store, $80 at a jazz lounge, weeks apart, places we didn't share. My breath paused, steady, as I logged dates in a journal, tucked with the ticket, the pen. Burgers grilled, Ethan's pick, Nolan late, a client his shield, eyes low, muttering faintly. The charges state mine, the teahouse too, as he slipped to his study, phone humming, a familiar beat. Ethan, Liam, Emma slept, my journal heavier, ticket, pen, charges, threads weaving. Morning stirred, Nolan texting site visit, late, as I curated, routine firm. Vera's glance met me at the mailbox, she'd seen a jacket, not his cut, likely hers. His wardrobe held it, navy tailored, unlike his rumpled coats. My pulse didn't leap, it sank deeper. Pasta boiled, Liam's choice, Nolan late, traffic his excuse, the jacket stark, misplaced. He called it a sample, fingers unsteady. Vera's words, the stationery store, stayed locked as I tucked the kids to bed. Journal growing jacket, charges, a shape emerging, clear. I didn't go home after work. The jazz lounge charge beckoned, a nook with velvet booths. The waiter knew him, saw him with a brunette, glasses glinting, sharing tea, not ours. My hands held steady. Pizza baked, Emma's choice, Nolan late, a draft his excuse, muttering softly. The tea, the jacket, were mine, journal open, ticket, pen, jacket, tea, a path I couldn't unsee. I wasn't wounded. I was tracing, focus a soft chord, seeking what Nolan left unspoken. Stunning hint. Sarah's steps are silent. What's by the waterfront? The jacket was a marker, navy, out of place, nudging me forward. Morning rose, Nolan grabbing tea, muttering about a project, phone gone, no goodbye. Pancakes warmed for Ethan, Liam, Emma, their voices bright as I walked them to school, my gallery humming with artists, hands steady through layouts. The ticket glowed TMT. Initials sharp, my journal heavy with stationery store. Jazz lounge, the waiter's words. Nolan with a brunette, her tea, her warmth. The clerk's echo cards, her again. Vera's whispers pressed. His ease, that jacket, a woman. No anger spark, just a quiet pull to know more. Nolan's answers would blur if I spoke. I'd chart my own course like hanging paintings, kids' homework, every slip caught. My break brought charges. $100 at a boutique, $55 at a bookshop downtown, not ours. My pulse didn't race, it sank, notes beside the lounge. Chili simmered, Emma's favorite. Nolan late. A meeting, his shield, muttering faintly. The boutique stayed mine, the jacket too, as he slipped to his study, phone buzzing. Ethan, Liam, Emma slept, journal open, charges, jacket, ticket, pen, a truth-taking form. Morning stirred, Nolan texting, consult late as I worked, routine firm. Vera's voice cut through at the fence. She'd seen him near the ferry with her, a silk shawl, not mine. Tacos baked, Ethan's pick, Nolan late. A client, his shield, muttering softly when I paused on ferries. Vera's words, the bookshop stayed silent as I tucked the kids to bed. Journal growing, shawl, boutique. A spark kindling. I walked to the boutique, shelves gleaming, the clerk knowing Nolan. His shawl with a brunette, glasses, silk, her taste. My chest didn't tighten. Stir-fry roasted, Liam's choice, Nolan late. A pitch, his excuse, muttering low. The shawl burned, the clerk's truth locked as I sat, journal open, ticket, pen, jacket, shawl, a flame rising. The bookshop followed, novels stacked, the cashier nodding. Nolan, her essays, her smile. Spaghetti boiled, Emma's choice, Nolan late, traffic, his mask, my wallet heavy with the pen, my head with the shawl. I didn't sleep, his snores beside me, my plan clear. I wasn't fracturing, I was threading. Ready to hear the next note. Mind-blowing trace. Sarah's eyes are sharp. What's in the city lights? The shawl was a beacon, silk alive, guiding me to clarity. Morning rose, Nolan tying laces, muttering about a blueprint, phone gone. Cereal rang for Ethan, Liam, Emma. Their laughter soft as I walked them to school. My gallery alive with sketches, hands steady through contracts. The ticket, art, not mine, the pen with empty initials, the navy jacket, the shawl's image in my wallet, journal heavy with stationery store, jazz lounge, boutique, bookshop, the clerk's words. Nolan with a brunette, her shawl, her glow. The cashier's echo, essays, her smile, tea. Vera's whispers pressed. Fairy shawl, his arm, her haunt. No rage stirred, just a steady aim to see further. Nolan's words would tangle if I spoke. I'd hold my line like framing canvases, kids' rehearsals, lies noted. My break brought a charge, $65, a gift shop, not ours. My pulse didn't spike, it sank, notes beside the bookshop. Lasagna bubbled, Emma's favorite. Nolan late. A client, his shield, muttering low. The gift shop stayed mine, the shawl louder, as he slipped to his study, phone buzzing. Ethan, Liam, Emma slept, journal open, gift shop, shawl, jacket, ticket, pen, a weight rising. Morning stirred, Nolan texting, review late as I worked, routine firm. Vera's glance met me at the gate. Nolan at a gift shop, she said, her shawl vivid. Tacos baked, Ethan's pick, Nolan late. A deal, his shield, muttering softly when I paused on gifts. Vera's words, the gift shop stayed silent as I tucked the kids to bed, journal growing. Gift shop, shawl, a flame burning. I walked to the gift shop, candles and trinkets, the clerk knowing Nolan, his voucher with a brunette, glasses, her chatter bright. My hands held steady. Burgers roasted, Liam's choice, Nolan late. A client, his mask, muttering low. The voucher burned, the shawl brighter, journal open, ticket, pen, jacket, shawl, voucher, a truth forming. I walked to the waterfront, waves lapping, and waited. Nolan's car arrived, my breath calm. He met her, brunette, glasses, silk shawl, unmistakable. They smiled, stood close, her hand grazing his. My phone caught it, a photo clear, their warmth accord. Pizza fried, Emma's choice, Nolan late, traffic, his lie, my wallet heavy with the photo, my head with the shawl. I didn't sleep, his snores beside me, my plan sharp. I wasn't hurt, I was focused, set to play on. Heart-stopping glimpse. Sarah's proof is growing. What's gleaming next? The shawl glowed silk, her smile in that photo a soft hum, urging me closer. Morning rose, Nolan sipping tea, muttering about a sight, phone gone, no wave. Waffles warmed for Ethan, Liam, Emma. Their voices light as I walked them to school. My gallery buzzing with curators, hands steady through budgets. The ticket, art, wrong, the pen with empty initials, the navy jacket, the waterfront photo with her shawl, journal heavy with stationery store, jazz lounge, boutique, bookshop, gift shop, the clerk's words. Nolan with a brunette, glasses, her voucher, her ease. Vera's whispers clung. Her haunt, downtown, shawl, real now. No fear stirred, just a calm resolve to seal it. Nolan's excuses would twist if I spoke. I'd hold my path, like sorting frames, kids' lines, truths caught. My break brought a charge, $90, a jeweler's, not ours. My pulse didn't leap, it sank, notes beside the gift shop. Chili simmered, Ethan's favorite, Nolan late, a project his shield, muttering low. The jeweler stayed mine, the shawl louder as he slipped to his study, phone buzzing. Ethan, Liam, Emma slept, journal open, jeweler, shawl, voucher, jacket, ticket, pen, a truth glowing. Morning stirred, Nolan texting lunch, late, as I worked, routine firm. Vera's eyes cut through at the fence, Nolan at her haunt, she said, his car downtown, near studios. Spaghetti baked, Liam's pick, Nolan late, a meeting his excuse, muttering softly when I lingered on lunch. Vera's words, the jeweler, stayed silent as I tucked the kids to bed. Journal growing, her haunt, jeweler, a fire burning. I walked to the jeweler's, gems sparkling, the clerk knowing Nolan, his brooch with a brunette, glasses, delicate, hers. My hands held steady. Pizza roasted, Emma's choice, Nolan late, a client his mask, muttering low. The brooch burned, the shawl brighter, journal open, ticket, pen, jacket, shawl, voucher, brooch, a truth blazing. I walked downtown, near Vera Studios, and waited. Nolan's car arrived, my breath calm. He stepped out with her, brunette, glasses, silk shawl, brooch glinting. They laughed, walked close, her hand on his sleeve. My phone caught it, a second photo, her brooch sharp, her ease sharper. Tacos fried, Ethan's pick, Nolan late, traffic his lie, my wallet heavy with the photo, my head with the brooch. I didn't sleep, his snores beside me, my plan sharp, I wasn't crumbling, I was closing in, set to finish. Unbelievable find. Sarah's journal is full, what's her final note? The brooch gleamed, hers, not mine, her shawl a spark I couldn't ignore, pushing me to the end. Morning rose, Nolan sipping coffee, muttering about a draft, phone gone, no wave. Pancakes warmed for Ethan, Liam, Emma, their chatter soft as I walked them to school, my gallery alive with bookings, hands steady through proposals. The ticket, art, not mine, the pen with MT initials, the navy jacket, 2 photos with her shawl, 1 with a brooch, journal heavy with stationery store, jazz lounge, boutique, bookshop, gift shop, jewelers, the clerk's words, Nolan with a brunette, glasses, her brooch, her warmth. Vera's whispers clung, her haunt, downtown, shawl, brooch, truth now. No fear stirred, just a calm resolve to lock it tight. Nolan's excuses would not if I spoke, I'd keep my course like aligning exhibits, kid songs, truths caught. My break brought a charge, $50, a tea shop, not ours. My pulse didn't spike, it sank, notes beside the jeweler's. Meatloaf bubbled, Ethan's favorite, Nolan late, a project his shield, muttering low. The tea shop stayed mine, the brooch louder as he slipped to his study, phone buzzing. Ethan, Liam, Emma slept, journal open, tea shop, brooch, shawl, voucher, jacket, ticket, pen, a truth searing. Morning stirred, Nolan texting lunch, late, as I worked, routine firm. Vera's glance met me at the porch, Nolan at a tea shop, she said, gifts, hers. Spaghetti baked, Liam's pick, Nolan late, a meeting his excuse, muttering softly when I paused on shops. Vera's words, the tea shop, stayed silent as I tucked the kids to bed, journal growing, tea shop, gifts, a fire blazing. I walked to the tea shop, leaves and kettles, the cashier knowing Nolan, his tea tin with the brunette, glasses, hers. My hands held steady. Pizza roasted, Emma's choice, Nolan late, a client his mask, muttering low. The tea tin burned, the brooch brighter, journal open, ticket, pen, jacket, shawl, voucher, brooch, tea tin, a truth roaring. I walked downtown, near Vera Studios, and waited. Nolan's car arrived, my breath calm. He stepped out with her, brunette, glasses, silk shawl, brooch, holding a tea tin. They smiled close, her hand brushing his. My phone caught it, a third photo, the tin sharp, very sharper. Tacos fried, Ethan's pick, Nolan late, traffic his lie, my wallet heavy with the photo, my head with the tin. I didn't sleep, his snores beside me, my plan sharp, I wasn't breaking, I was ready, set to finish my way. Stunning plan. Sarah's done searching, what's her next chord? The tea tin gleamed, my final note, a melody leading me past Nolan to something brighter. Morning rose, Nolan grabbing coffee, muttering about a design, keys clinking, phone gone, blind to me. Cereal rang for Ethan, Liam, Emma, their laughter soft as I walked them to school, my gallery humming with artists, hands steady through bookings. The ticket, art, a stranger's choice, the pen with MT. Initials, the navy jacket. 3 photos with her shawl, 1 with a brooch, 1 with a tea tin. I journal heavy with stationery store, jazz lounge, boutique, bookshop, gift shop, jewelers, tea shop. The cashier's words, Nolan with a brunette, glasses, her tin. Her smile, her moment. Vera's whispers had pointed true, her haunt, gifts, shawl, now my truth. No triumph surged, just a quiet aim to end it, not with words, not with him, but with something greater. Speaking would spark lies, eyes dodging it'd mute my song. I'd run art openings, held the kids' worlds, caught every slip, this was my score, my craft. Pencils scattered at work, my thoughts on Ethan, Liam, Emma, their joys, Ethan's chords, Liam's drums, Emma's flute, hands sticky with rosin on music nights. I dreamed of a school, a place for kids to play, share sound, their notes loud. No one knew, not Nolan, not Vera, not the kids, not yet. I met my director after hours, voice even, pitching a music school, free for families, mine, for Ethan to compose, Liam to beat, Emma to soar. She saw it, offered the gallery's annex a small grant, posters promised. I didn't smile, I nodded, seeing it clear, a harmony beyond Nolan's shadows. Lasagna bubbled, Emma's favorite, Nolan late, a client his excuse, eyes tired, muttering low. The school was mine, the tea tin locked away, as I tucked Ethan, Liam, Emma to bed, their breaths soft, my sketches alive, pianos, drums, a world to shape. Vera's gossip, the photos, the charges, they'd push me here, not to pain, but to creation, a sound lies couldn't touch. Morning stirred, Nolan texting session late. I worked routine firm, hands drafting flyers, Ethan's sonatas, Liam's rhythms, Emma's melodies. I stopped checking the bank, the ticket, pen, jacket, shawl, voucher, brooch, tea tin were enough, proof Vera saw true, proof Nolan drifted elsewhere. Parents joined, volunteers tuned strings, pianos hummed, Ethan writing, Liam drumming, Emma piping. I hid it at home, worked past Nolan's study buzzing, his phone irrelevant. Vera's glances faded, she gained nothing, her gossip a note I outplayed. Meatloaf baked, Ethan's pick, Nolan eating, unaware, his jacket plain, his world small. Harmony Haven, my name for it, sang in my mind, ours, not his. Scores filled my journal, not charges as I tucked the kids to bed. Music days calling, I wasn't angry, I was building, for them, for me, and it was growing. Harmony Haven bloomed, faster than I'd hoped, keys lit with Ethan's chords, Liam's beats, Emma's flute, their hands on strings, faces radiant. Recitals packed the annex, neighbors whispered, papers called it a refuge, the city's song. Nolan stayed blind, late with drafts, voice thin, muttering low. I didn't share harmony, didn't share the photos, tucked away, unneeded. The first concert filled the hall, Ethan's piece soared, Liam's drums rang, Emma's notes sparkled, me at the podium, not Nolan's wife, not Vera's fool, but their mother, their guide. The crowd roared, families begged for more, Ethan hugged me, Liam grinned, Emma twirled, rosin on her cheek. Nolan wasn't there, didn't belong, didn't matter. Harmony grew, new classes, bigger venues, a grant for violins, Ethan composing, Liam performing, Emma crafting, their world bright, mine brighter. We moved, a new house near school, cozy, ours, sheet music on hooks, Ethan's scores hung, Liam's sticks pinned, Emma's reeds everywhere. Nolan's firm faltered, contracts gone, whispers trailing Vera's, maybe, or truth's weight. I didn't ask. Locks changed, his things boxed, left at his studio, no note, no scene, no naming the brunette, no tea tin, no shawl, no truth spoken. Ethan played, Liam shone, Emma danced, their music my home. I curated, conducted, sipped tea in our kitchen, Harmony Haven filling halls, papers calling me a visionary, the kids calling me mom, their smiles my truth. Nolan called once, a text confusion, a plea I deleted it, untouched. His world dimmed, job scarce, voice lost, no place in ours, fading as Harmony sang. I didn't gloat, didn't ache, I buried his shadows and tickets, built a sound brighter than his secrets. 6 years dissolved, music louder than doubts. I wasn't freed, wasn't done, I was whole, my children's song enough, and that was all I needed. Legendary finale. Sarah's symphony shines, discover how she rewrote her score.